Blackmore.
In the fighting game community, one question echoes louder than any button press. When do you change your plan? And when do you hold your ground? Every match is a constant tug-of-war between two mental forces, adaptation and stubbornness. One teaches you to bend like water, adjusting to every habit and shift. The other teaches you to dig in, to sharpen your style until no one can break it. Both can make you a champion, and both can also destroy you. It's a yin and yang effect. And at the center of this debate is one of the most legendary players in FGC history, Sanford Kelly. A player who turned stubbornness into a weapon so sharp it cut through the longest winning streak that EVO has ever seen during the time. Let's start with adaptation. If fighting games are a language, adaptation is fluency. It's not enough to know your moves, you need to speak in real time with your opponent. Daiga Umehara, for example, is often called the greatest adapter in FGC history. Watch his sets and you'll see a player who starts with data gathering, blocking, and observing. By round 2, Daigo is already countering tendencies. By round 3, the script is flipped. What looked like reckless aggression in round 1 gets shut down completely later with good reads. That's not luck, that's mental agility. David Serlin's book Playing to Win calls this Yomi, the art of reading the opponent. Serlin emphasizes that best players constantly evolve during the match, stacking adjustments until the opponent collapses under the weight of their own predictability. Adaptation isn't flashy, it's subtle. You're taking notes mid-match. He jumps after knockdowns, he panics with DP when pressured, he can block cross-ups going left and right. That info becomes ammo. The more adaptive you are, the less chance your opponent has to breathe during a fight. But stubbornness, that's a different beast altogether. Stubbornness is raw conviction. It's saying, I don't care what you do, I'm going to make my plan work. Snake Eyes is a great example. For years, he stayed loyal to Zangief, even in brutal matchups. He didn't pick Geef because he's easy, he picked him because he believed. That stubborn loyalty pushed him to master spacing, defense, and patience to the point where even bad matchups looked winnable, making godlike moments like EVO 2014 a memorable one against Shin.
He wants that Ultra One, and here we go!
Oh, not quite!
No Ultra on the table, he's gonna have to do this the hard way! The Big Dizzy, he's gonna try and timer scam it out, will he get the punish?
Oh, he got it!
He got it!
Got him!
Snake Eyes!
Oh my God! Snake Eyes chasing him down at the last second!
Stubbornness is the FGC equivalent of swinging a heavy sword. Think of it like this. If you sharpen it enough, one clean hit can end everything. But if you swing too recklessly, you'll whiff, and you'll lose. The danger of stubbornness is ego. Too many players mistake pride for progress. They say, I'm not switching characters, I'm not changing my style, this is who I am. But sometimes what they're really saying is, I'm scared to grow. That's where stubbornness becomes stagnation. Now, let's talk about Sanford Kelly here for a bit again. If you weren't around for the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 era, you might not understand just how unbeatable Justin Wong was. From 2002 through 2008, Justin reigned as EVO champion year after year. His defense was airtight, his composure unshakable, his adaptation unmatched. To most of the FGC, Justin wasn't just a player, he was a wall. Even if that wall wasn't the flashiest in how the way he got the job done, he was winning that match. But Sanford was stubborn. He wasn't interested in Justin's patient, turtle-heavy style. He believed in raw power. His philosophy was simple but cutting.
Just pick him, pick a top tier.
Pick a top tier. That famous clip that has gone around for years. But At first, that stubbornness looked like foolishness. Sanford would go toe-to-toe with Justin and lose. Again and again and again. The world saw Justin as untouchable, but Sanford saw Justin just as breakable. He refused to abandon his plan. Instead, he doubled down. He sharpened his Sentinel, Cable, and Captain Commando until his team moved like a tank and danced like a ballerina out there in the field. He accepted loss after loss, carving each one into the blade he was forging. And then came EVO 2009. On that stage, Sanford finally struck, with Cable leading the charge. He overpowered Justin Wong and ended his legendary streak.
It is champion Sanford Kelly. He finally wins. The East Coast goes crazy. The crowd is rushed.
The immovable object had finally been pierced by an unstoppable force. Stubbornness turned into unshakable belief. So, what do we learn from Sanford's victory? First, stubbornness is not weakness. If you channel it into something, especially in competition, it becomes strength. Sanford didn't beat Justin by copying Justin's adaptation. He beat him by perfecting his own conviction until it was undeniable. Second, adaptation is still necessary, so don't get that twisted. Because even Sanford wasn't just running a mindless offense game. He adapted his stubborn style into refinement. He learned how to bait Justin, when to unleash pressure, and when to retreat. Stubbornness gave him identity, but adaptation gave him the tools to land the final blow. It's a yin and yang situation like I mentioned earlier. One without the other leaves you incomplete. We can see this same battle today in modern fighters. Sonic Fox adapts constantly mid-match, switching gears from offense to defense, even swapping characters mid-set. They're a master of fluidity. On the flip side, Tokido has built his legacy around stubborn refinement. His Akuma during the Street Fighter V days was polished so perfectly, it forced players to fight him on his terms. Both paths lead to greatness, but both also carry risk. Sonic Fox's constant adaptation can sometimes lead to overthinking. Tokido's stubborn commitment has sometimes cost him in matchups that hard counter his plan. The truth is, the strongest players borrow from both of these concepts. Adaptation makes you versatile. It keeps you alive in tournaments, forces your opponents into uncomfortable positions, and rewards your awareness. Stubbornness, when refined, can make you legendary. It forces you to believe in yourself so deeply that even the greatest walls can crumble. The key is knowing when to bend and when to stand firm. That's the dance of the fighting game community. The internal push and pull between evolution and conviction. Sanford Kelly taught us that sometimes stubbornness is the path to greatness. Justin Wong taught us that adaptation can build dynasties. The choice? That's yours. And let's give these legendary players their respective flowers in the saying too. So next time you pick up the sticks, ask yourself, am I ready to change or am I ready to believe? If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay notified on new content coming to the channel. Since so many people enjoyed the regional styles of the FGC video, you'll definitely see more like that, especially going over the East Coast versus West Coast rivalry in the scene. But this is Blackmore here, signing out. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace, y'all.
The study of Kung Fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them. So be careful.